going to help Trey Freeman? Well, it may be, if Jeff Jones has his choice, Aaron Baycoat for Jeff Jones. In his third season, 66 wins, 38 losses. He's been pretty successful, Pete, wherever he has gone.
Terrific coach, and he did a good job at Virginia and American U, and he's doing a wonderful job at Old Dominion.
All right, here we go. The first of two this afternoon. Kelly Self is at midcourt, and we are underway. The semifinal round of Conference USA. And Pete, we said during the outset, we have two games of contrasting styles, and that's certainly evident today.
No question, Tom. Western Kentucky wants to get up and down. They score 77 points a game, and Old Dominion plays great D. They hold their opponents to 61 points. They want to play slow, methodical.
First step back jumper for Justin Johnson.
Old Dominion's in man-to-man, which they play 99% of the time.
And for Jeff Jones, he needs defensive rebounding. He didn't get that on that first shot of the day. Little penetration by Edmond, and gets the friendly roll. Edmond 19 points, 7 rebounds in yesterday's ball game, averaging 12 points per game during the regular season.
They really picked up their play, Tom, in the postseason.
Talley with a 16-footer, no good. Cosby with the rebound. Now here's McNeil running the point with Cosby in the backcourt. They're really trying to seal off that middle if they can.
They're going to try to double Justin Johnson every time.
And that's a tough shot. Justin Johnson was misdirected by Stiff, part of the all-defensive team for Conference USA. Stiff had a good day offensively. 11 points, 11 rebounds in the opener of Conference USA tournament.
Tommy's an outstanding rebounder. He really takes up a lot of space, and he rebounds outside his area.
Awkward pass. They kick it back outside to Talley. Baseline jumper, no good. Taylor with the rebound. Putback is misdirected, and the battle for the loose ball, and Old Dominion gets it back.
Not pretty under there, Tom.
No.
I have to wear a helmet if I get anywhere near that basket.
Slow moving so far. 2-zip Western Kentucky on top.
Old Dominion wants to anesthetize you, Tom. Put you to sleep and get a game in the low 50s, maybe 60s. Western Kentucky wants to chuck and duck, heave and leave. Try to score in the 70s or 80s.
Well, I think Stith has showed his improvement even on a shot just like that in the paint.
Got much better. Transfer from East Carolina.
Both of these teams knocked off higher seeds to get to the semifinal. Johnson kicks it up top for McNeil. McNeil, 32 made three-pointers so far this season. Edmond for three, no good. And Taylor with an easy rebound. Pete, how important is it, we mentioned it, for Old Dominion to control the defensive boards?
Very important. They're not real big, Tom. They gang rebound. They got to have everybody at the guards in the paint. They'll do a good job helping out because, once again, they're not real tall or physical. But they play great defense. But defense, as you know, is wrapping up the defensive possession with a rebound.
Just saw Trey Freeman miss his first shot. It will not be his last, but they have to somehow contend with him today. Beautiful crossover and an excellent touch by Edmond. I thought he was going to try to slam that home.
Yeah, he really get up there, Tom. Up and away.
4-2, Western Kentucky on top. Early going here in the first half. A couple of very entertaining women's games prior to these semifinals. Here's Stith along the baseline, a little too strong, and that's knocked out of bounds off the hands of Johnson. Well, this is difficult because I thought he was going to go in for a slam, and then what great body control.
Heck of a move by Edmond. Nice crossover, finish at the rim.
It all started with that first step that he took, too. Here he comes again up the floor. Waters back up top to Edmond, peeking in, crossing over again, spin move, sealed off by Stith. And it will remain Western Kentucky basketball with 9 on the shot clock.
Edmond had a great game last night, Tom, as you know. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And their victory over La Tech.
Shot clock is at 5. McNeil didn't realize it. Gets it up to Johnson, and it's off the side of the rim.
It's not his strength. He's more 15 feet and in.
It's nice to hear you say that, though, that there's a strength with a mid-range jumper.
Exactly. Freeman just takes his time. Going to put you to sleep. Pete Carrill used to say, if we have the ball, they can't score. So they play great D, but they really take care of it. Nice.
Oh, that's a beautiful seal by Stith. Just to be able to get inside. Brandon Stith uses that body to control things inside.
Nice high-low pass. The tempo is exactly the way Old Dominion wants it. Low scoring, methodical, half court.
The Old Dominion averages just over 68 points per game, but they allow just over 61 points per game.
Exactly. They play that because they don't have the offensive firepower.
Another rebound for Stith. He has 4 points, 2 rebounds so far.
Right behind Freeman and Baycoat are the only offensive scorers. Stith coming on. He's growing as an offensive player. So they want to play slow, methodical, and try to keep the game close and have Freeman take over in the last 2 minutes.
By the way, I failed to mention that Baker came in the last stoppage of play. He gets it to Freeman, and Freeman gets some separation to get that shot to go down.
Tough shot. He's one of the best in the country in the mid-range game. By that we mean 15 feet and in.
Baycoat with the steal along the baseline. A little help from Stith. And now here's Freeman walking it up the floor. And we'll say that often with Old Dominion, walking it up the floor. It's really the reason they beat Louisiana Tech.
Exactly. La Tech scores 80 points a game, second leading scoring team in Conference USA to Marshall, gets 85, and they only had 52 the other night.
10 on the shot clock as Baker peeks in. Here's Baycoat into the paint. Oh, boy, Stith was able to seal off 2 defenders for him to curl to the basket.
Yep. Now, if you're Western Kentucky, Tom, you can't let this happen. You got to change it. You got to press half-court trap.
Old Dominion, the number 5 seed in the tournament. Western Kentucky, the number 8 seed. The extra pass to the far side. Johnson with the screen. He's open for a moment. They didn't see him. I would think if they're going to try to double team him, anytime he has a sliver of daylight, you try to get it to him.
Exactly.
Stith with the block. They'll call goaltending on that. Credit the basket. Well, it's a 6-0 run for Old Dominion, Pete.
Better get the ball to the big guy, Brandon Stith, with the flush. Nice high-low pass. They got a senior who can play pretty good. Baycoat, take it to the cup. Nice finish here in Steel City, Birmingham, Alabama.
Football.
Right.
But the average time of possession. Western Kentucky 27 seconds with the ball.
Right.
ODU 26 seconds. What is that telling you?
I'll tell you that Western Kentucky is playing into the hands of Old Dominion. They're playing slow, methodical, and they don't have a feel for the ball. Once again, if Old Dominion has the ball, Western Kentucky now is out of rhythm. So they come down, they're anxious, they're not comfortable. Much more comfortable last night when they play UAB when they're going up and down.
Ben Lawson, the 7'1" junior, is in the game for the first time for Western Kentucky. Gets the first rebound for the big man.
They got to push it now. They got to score before Old Dominion gets their defense set. Tom, one of the toughest things to defend, as you know, is the fast break. So Western Kentucky's got to put pressure on ODU with their transition game.
Also in the game for the first time, Alex Rostov for Western Kentucky. So you got 7'1", 6'10". Nigel Snipes is checked in. So 3 new players for Western Kentucky, and that is Rostov with his first bucket.
Western Kentucky is deep. They got a lot of weapons. Ray Harper's a veteran coach, been around a long time. We got 2 outstanding coaches, Tom, in this game.
Tied at 8. Just over 12 minutes to play in the first half. Stith peeking down low, thought about a high-low. Instead goes to Baker, who slips it to the far side. And a pretty lay-in for Taylor.
Great pass. Penetrated, the defense came on him. Nice little shovel pass.
Jordan Baker started for a lot of this year for Old Dominion instead of Aaron Baycoat. Now, Baycoat, 1,500 points for his career, but Baker was just a little better defensively, and he was able to do stuff like that.
Exactly.
Ball's knocked away from Edmond out of bounds. It will remain Western Kentucky basketball. Old Dominion up by 2. A good start to the first of 2 CUSA semifinal games. College basketball, with all the changes in conferences, you figure there will be a lot of worlds colliding.
Yep. It's great to have you here now. The Phillies world is colliding with CBS Sports.
That's exactly right. Spring training, college basketball, great time of the year. Shot clock is at 5. Lawson tried to be aggressive, and he draws the foul. I feel like I say this all the time, as that foul was called against Stith. But Ben Lawson shoots the free throws exceptionally well for a big man. 78% makes the first. Western Kentucky season's recap. Well, they defeated top seed UAB 88-77. 46.9 field goal percentage, second in Conference USA. Honestly, as an 8 seed, you sort of throw the records out when it comes to conference tournament time. They have played so well. They shot 61% in the second half against UAB.
Amazing. And rebounding much better, Tom. Is it shooting? And they have a lot of junior college players, transfers, guys have been redshirted, so they try to get them together. It's not easy getting everybody on the same page.
Well, this whole Harper mania, which has followed Ray Harper during his time at Western Kentucky, it certainly built up steam after the victory yesterday. Good offensive board. Baycoat for 3.
The senior, it's the best time to shoot a 3, Tom, I think, after an offensive rebound, kick it out. Some people might say off the fast break, but I like it even better. Duke is famous for that. They get the offensive board, kick it out, knock down a 3.
Court awareness is so important, so being able to pass out is so important, and that's what Taylor was able to do.
And the reason why, the defense does not know where the offensive player is.
Correct.
They're all scrambling for a rebound.
Backdoor pass, beautiful look. Marlon Hunter slipped without the basketball, and the pass comes his way by Rostov. Rostov and Ben Lawson have both, in limited minutes so far in this first half, been very aggressive.
Doing a good job, and hopefully, if you're a Western Kentucky fan, they're protecting the paint a little bit better.
Western Kentucky's used 9 players already off the bench. 4. Baycoat tried to pass it to his left. Lawson cut it off, but Baycoat saves it. Shot clock reset, and Ray Harper saying it shouldn't have. I don't know, Pete, that's sort of in between. It was a continuous play. I thought that it could reset. Now, the officials will confer about it. This is not anything that they have to go to the video for. Well, maybe they will. I think they're going to say that the shot clock should have continued, but it could have reset. There's no reason why it couldn't have.
No question. It depends on how long that Lawson had the basketball.
Correct. All right, so now they're going to say that they're not going to look at it. It did reset. I think that's the right call. I think Lawson had it and then had it stripped away.
I agree, Tom. He had it for a second, then nice job by Old Dominion jumping in and tying him up.
Lawson checks out. McNeil checks back in. Justin Johnson is back in for Western Kentucky. Here's Baycoat. Little hesitation. Kicks it to Baker for 3, and it's good.
If Old Dominion can make perimeter shots, Tom, got a great chance of winning this afternoon.
Extending its lead to 5. Western Kentucky has not made a 3 yet. You see the numbers for Old Dominion. Snipes for 3. Boy, he got up there, didn't he, when he let that one go?
No, he's a heck of a shooter. He can knock down a 3 ball, Tom.
Well, we wondered about legs for both of these teams after playing yesterday, and as you said to us before, shooting's all about legs. Not too many issues.
No, nice job. Penetration by Baycoat, and Baker knocks down to 3. From Hampton, Virginia. A lot of great athletes, Tom, as you know, in Hampton area. Football, basketball, baseball.
Yeah, he's averaging just under 4 points per game, but Old Dominion and Western Kentucky have kind of picked up the pace offensively. Cavers in for the first time. Little pressure.
Yep, 1-2-2, 3/4 court zone press by Western Kentucky. They're trying to get their defense to help their offense get going. With pressure, they can't let ODU put them to sleep. Right now, they certainly put them to sleep.
Well, they were able to break it, but the shot clock is down to 10. Whistle blows, and a foul called on Baker. Biberai was looking down for the pass, but Baker was called for the foul.
That's one of the points of emphasis, Tom, as you know, is the moving screens. Here we see, reverses the basketball. Yep, you got to give him a chance. You got to get the defense a chance to move either way.
only 2 fouls in the first 11 minutes of this first half.
Yeah. Exactly the way ODU wants it. Slow, methodical, 2 by 2. Western Kentucky has bigger guys, more athletes. They want to get up and down.
They kick it outside the arc for Rostov. His shot is no good, and the rebound is taken down easily by Stith.
No rhythm at all for Western Kentucky because you haven't touched the ball in a minute and a half, some of the players, right? And they try to shoot it.
Talking about rhythm, Freeman's trying to find rhythm. He's 1 for 5 now from the floor.
Credit Western Kentucky. Great job on him, but they got to try to get some points now. Attack the basket.
McNeil into the paint, too high off the backboard. It's saved by ODU, and they'll run. Surprisingly, here's Caver into the paint. Bumps off the rim, no good, and he'll go to the free throw line. I think sometimes you're a little startled when you're watching Old Dominion when they run like that. I guess they're going to pick their spots.
Exactly. No, I was surprised too, Tom. You got flying by us.
Well, here's Caver, just a 50% free throw shooter. And he makes the first. Never miss a moment of college basketball with the CBS Sports app. Every play, every score, every game, and every highlight right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now. Freeman checks out. Stith checks out as well. Stith checks out with 4 points and 6 rebounds. Caver's second shot. And no good. Pinballs around. Edmond with the rebound. He's back in for Western Kentucky.
Tom, if I'm Western Kentucky, I'm going to try to go to Snipes. Terrific three-point shooter. Run some plays for him. Get him a touch.
Snipes, who 18 points off the bench. Ray Harper said at practice on Monday after he didn't score on senior night, he said he had the most energy out of anybody on the floor. He knew he would have a good game last night. And there you go, a three-pointer, this one by McNeil. They found him open. McNeil with his 33rd three of the season. Nice penetration from the top. All the defense went after the basketball. He had plenty of time. McNeil knocked it in because he had time and space. And it's just a three-point ball game. Caver curls, stops about 7 feet away. He's caught in no man's land, and the steal by Johnson. Second turnover for Old Dominion. The three by Snipes is no good. Still a good look, though. Good look. It was right there. I think he's one of their better perimeter shooters. He's gotten a lot more confidence. Talking to Coach Ray Harper the other day, and it was Jeff Jones there, but Ray Harper said really worked hard on building the confidence of Snipes. The redshirt senior, and he's really much more confident right now, Tom. Under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Biberai, he had it in his mind. He was going to go to the basket. Taylor gets a block, tries his putback, no good. Biberai with the offensive ball and powers his way back up. Heck of a job on the glass. Points in the paint, each team with 10. 33 combined points. Edmond, tough shot, falling toward the baseline, still able to find an angle to kiss it off the glass. Well, he is way more athletic in person than if you watch film on him. Baycoat backing his way down, slips it outside and lays it in. Seen some individual offensive skills over the last couple of minutes. No, Old Dominion to do a nice job. Their offensive executing. They're shooting the ball very well. Edmond off the high screen. They leave it up top for Snipes for three, and it's good. That's a design play, Pete, isn't that high screen to open him up? No question. That's what he does best. He's an excellent three-point shooter. 5.5 to play here in the first half. It's a 2-point game. The right to go on to the Conference USA Championship game. Baycoat slips through 3 defenders and then finds Biberai, and he has 2 buckets. If you're Old Dominion, you have a 4-point lead, and the best player on the floor has only 2 points, Trey Freeman. You have to feel pretty good about yourself.
Exactly. When your star is not scoring, you still got the lead.
Back-to-back threes for Snipes and a timeout called. It's a 1-point lead for Old Dominion, but they want a timeout.
To go in perfection.
You know, the one thing about it, Pete, is that he has set a couple of really good screens, which has freed up some of his teammates.
Exactly. You can still help your team win, Tom, even if you're not scoring, by rebounding, screening, playing good defense. Nice job by Western Kentucky. They're trying to get ODU out of their rhythm. Try to speed them up a little, get some turnovers, and try to get some points off the turnovers.
Here's Trey Freeman to Taylor. Shot clock is down to 10. Back up top to Baker. Freeman turnaround jumper off that curl, off the mark, and the rebound by Justin Johnson.
Yep. Good help that time by Justin Johnson. Got out there, ball in Freeman. They're doing a great job on Freeman, but he's not going to stay cold for a long time. He's going to heat up sooner or later.
2,185 college points coming in for Trey Freeman. Edmond slips, but he finds Snipes for three. Back-to-back three-pointers for Nigel Snipes.
He shoots 44% from three-point land. He's on fire.
And Western Kentucky's taken the lead. He is now 11 of 18 from beyond the arc in the tournament. Edmond off the steal on the finish.
I get a timeout now if I'm Jeff Jones. Get him organized.
All right, so Jeff's already used one timeout. You would use another one here to slow it down?
Yeah, I try to get organized. I'd use him. I don't want to be the richest guy in the graveyard, Tom. I want to use him. But I used to use him too much. I get heat at Providence, at Xavier, Virginia. Too many timeouts.
Baycoat is fouled going to the rack. It's a two-point game. Baycoat will get an opportunity for a three-point play when we return. They've got to somehow slow down Nigel Snipes. 11 threes in the tourney. Against John Elway was great. Was raised by his grandmother and grandfather. His grandmother, Jessie Patton, the first African-American woman in the New York Camera Operators Union. And he has gotten off to a good start here in the first half with Western Kentucky on top by 1. Here's Edmond drawing the defense. Snipes got away with maybe a little extra step there off that pass.
Yeah.
Johnson double team, just as Jamie mentioned. They kick it down to the corner. Baseline jumper for Snipes. He needs to step beyond the arc.
Too close.
He's too close.
Good offense, Tom. When it's a double team, 2 passes out of the double team, you're going to get a wide open shot, and that's what happened. Good offense, just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Baker for three. It's short initially, and whistle blows at a foul called against Justin Johnson. Ray Harper can't believe it. It was a kind of just a tie-up underneath.
Yeah.
I mean, there was contact, but it almost looked like it was just a continuous play for the ball.
Both teams, you know, going for the ball, Tom. I didn't think there was anything out of character there.
First foul on Johnson. He'll take a seat. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Baker on Freeman's curl. Jumper's good. He got a little extra space on that curl, Pete, and I think that helped him.
Exactly. And it was no help by the guy who set the screen. The big man who's guarding the screen has got to help out a little bit till the guard guarding Freeman can get over that screen. Both
teams are shooting well. In fact, Western Kentucky has only missed 1 field goal in the last 6 attempts. The steal by Baker, the battle with Edmond, and they'll call a jump ball. It remains Western Kentucky basketball. Well, Pete, I know you pointed out in our production meeting about Freeman off the curl how good he is.
Like the little girl with the curl, this is a young man with a curl. Tremendous. Comes off the curl, catch and shoot. He jumps high, gets rid of it quickly. And Jeff Jones does a terrific job setting him up. That's what he does best, Tom, that I've seen. You know, that mid-range game, and they catch and shoot off that curl, that down screen.
Here's McNeil for 3, and it's good. McNeil with his second three-pointer of this half. Western Kentucky's kind of found its rhythm from beyond the arc. The lead is 2. After a slow start, Old Dominion stalled the pace. Western Kentucky's used the arc to its advantage. as Snipes is called for the foul with 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, doing a real nice job with the dribble penetration, Tom. The defense comes up on the dribbler. Here we go, penetration. Give him a little bit of room. Way downtown, nice jump shot by McNeil.
Just 4 team fouls as Snipes will take a seat. Marlon Hunter is in for the first time. Freeman fadeaway jumper off the glass. I do not want to play him in horse.
Tom, it's 20-4 in Birmingham, Alabama. The banks are open. Make a deposit. Get some interest. I don't think you want to do that, Tom, but great shooters get those rolls. And you got a lot of money, so you can put that money in the bank.
Western
drill. We were in a hole before. Now we got the lead. Now it's tie. So I think both coaches, Tom, got to be pleased right now.
Let's see what they do. The last 1 minute, 30 seconds of the first half. Edmond has it stripped away. Taylor picks up the loose ball. Second turnover. Neither team's really turned it over that much. I think Stith got a hand on that as Edmond was going up. Here's Freeman working against Snipes. Steps to his left. Off the glass again. This time it's short. And Johnson with the rebound.
I go inside to Johnson. 2 passes out, and you're going to get a wide open 3. So get the ball to your big guy. Work inside out if you're Western Kentucky.
Well, there is Johnson from 17. It's good. Wasn't totally inside, but it was in the interior a little bit.
No, nice job. That's not his strength, Tom, but they're taking away the inside game by double teaming him, so he's stepping out. That's a versatile player.
40 seconds to play in the first half. Each team has time for 1 shot apiece. Freeman near the baseline jumper. He's probably upset the half's coming to a close.
He's heating up, Tom. We knew sooner or later he'd get going. He averages 22 points a game. He scored over 2,000 points in his career. Transfer from Campbell University. And, a great get for the Old Dominion Monarchs.
All right, so are you thinking Edmond on a drive and a kick to Snipes, or just Edmond on a drive?
I say Edmond drive. If somebody helps and you kick it.
Clock is down to 5. He finds Snipes. Snipes for 3. Good! And that will end the first half. We're a few hours from Bowling Green, but that's a little home cooking for Nigel Snipes as Western Kentucky has made 8 of its last 9 shots.
Nice penetration. That time, good defense, better offense. Got to get him going. West Kentucky crashed the boards. They're a great rebounding team, Tom, but they're -7 on the boards now. And work inside out, let Justin Johnson touch the basketball more.
Jamie, what did Jeff Jones have to say?
Unhappy with a couple defensive breakdowns for ODU. Not surprising to hear that they will not allow Nigel Snipes go 4 from 5 from long range. He felt like they just let Frederick Edmond get his first couple buckets a little too easily early, but he was happy with the pace of play, and he felt like they ran their offense just fine.
I think he's probably also very pleased with the fact that Trey Freeman found his rhythm a little bit after going 1 for 6 to begin the game. He made 3 of his next 4 shots. He has the basketball as we begin the second half for a chance to go on to the Conference USA Championship. Baycoat drives, gets contact off the side of the rim. Stith gets the rebound. And he's caught in a double team, but kicks it right back out.
Stith is a fabulous rebounder, especially off the offensive glass.
Here's Talley with the drive along the baseline. One-headed shot short. And the rebound is pulled down by Western Kentucky. That's Anton Waters. Waters started, didn't play a whole lot of minutes. Lawson gave him good minutes, so did Rostov off the bench for Western Kentucky.
The big guys off the bench for Western Kentucky did an excellent job, Tom.
Old Dominion defeated Western Kentucky twice during the regular season. Johnson double-teamed again, and his pass is stolen by Talley. Talley one-on-one with Edmond. Off the glass, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Tremendous defense by Old Dominion. They double-team Johnson down low. Nice steal. Talley attacks the basket. Little bump. 2 free throws. Good call. Just leaned on just a little bit. The new rule, Tom, that they're emphasizing freedom of movement. That time he obstructed his movement going to the basket.
So here is Talley, 71% from the free throw line, and misses the first one. Talley, a redshirt freshman, was part of Conference USA's all-freshman team Averages just under 9 points per game. Boy, he has got a lot of spin on that basketball, and he makes it a 2-point ball game. Good size for a redshirt freshman. I know he lingered for a year before he got a chance to play.
Nice, good rebounder too.
Johnson had Edmond, decided not to go to him, instead to Cosby. Over to the left side for McNeil. Edmond pulling it out. If you're wondering where Snipes is, well, Snipes doesn't start. He didn't start the game, and he's not starting the second half. Ray Harper saying, I'm not going to change things. There's Edmond again, and that's what Jamie talked about. That's what it was like in the beginning of the first half.
Yeah, very aggressive, really get to the lane off the bounce, and he can finish with either hand around the rim.
10 points for Edmond. Freeman, right to left, jumper's good. You cannot give him even a sliver of daylight.
He's amazing. He has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the country, Tom. Not many players can do that off 1 or 2 bounces. They all want to shoot threes or get to the rim and try to dunk it.
Talley's going to be called for a foul holding Edmond. All right, so this young man is 5 points away from 2,200 for his career.
Amazing. Nice shake, one dribble pull-up, excellent follow-through. He kept his head still. Makes it look easy. Well,
release is always important, Pete, but how important was that first step? Just the lightning quickness of that first step.
No question. He faked right, went left, and he got up off his feet real quickly, Tom.
Justin Johnson double-teamed again, gets a shot off, and he's fouled. He probably has to think about doing a little bit more of that. The double team was a little late getting there, but just getting the shot off was important.
Yep. I like going inside out, and he's a good passer. They double him. He's got to quickly reverse it. You get a wide open jumper on the other side, Tom. 2 passes out of the double team. You get a great look. You can't forget about your real good player if they're being double teamed.
A young man who lost 32 pounds from the time he was a senior in high school to he was a freshman in college. Just 3 points. He averages 15. Just 3 rebounds. He averages 8. This is the second free throw, and the rebound pulled down by Taylor. 38-35. 3-point lead at the half for Western Kentucky. They lead it by 3 here, and that's Talley, who's able to slip along the baseline and get the entry pass.
Nice execution, little baseline screen. Nice finish by Talley.
That was a well-executed play. The fact that he was as deep as he was really helped him out.
Yep.
Here's Edmond, kicks it off to the right side for McNeil. 3 is no good.
That was a 4-point shot, Tom. That was way downtown.
And now Old Dominion can retake the lead 3 minutes into the second half.
They put you in the grinder, in the blender. Just chop you up.
Freeman unable to connect. The ball off the fingertips of Stith, out of bounds. And it will be Western Kentucky basketball. Snipes comes in for the first time in this half. Also in for the first time is Rostov. It's interesting that Waters starts and he averages 4.5 and 4 rebounds per game, but then he didn't see the rest of the floor. He didn't see the floor the rest of the half.
Well, once again, they got in the flow with the group they had, Tom. So sometimes it's not your fault if you come out, but if a group that's in there is playing well, you stick with it. It's not broken. Don't try to fix it.
Snipes looks to his left. Ball is deflected off the fingertips of Cosby. Shot clock at 7. Snipes draws the contact, lets it go. Off balance shot, no good. And here comes Freeman. He does not have numbers, so he'll pull it up. Baycoat, Stith got position, and he's fouled. So Stith will go to the free throw line. Trey Freeman wanted to go to the basket on that drive off of that missed shot, but he realized that he could not. As Stith misses the first one. Speaking of Freeman, our player profile brought to you by Sonic. Look at that, Pete. I mentioned it. He's 5 points away from 2,200. Can you imagine?
Amazing. No. Played at Campbell 2 years and came to ODU, sat out. Now he's a redshirt senior, but a fabulous player. You look at him, you say, well, he looks like a good player, but he's tremendous.
already has a communications degree, working on a master's in sports management. Said that his dream is to play in the NBA. He said every kid's dream is to play in the NBA. If he's not going to do that, he said that athletic director is what he'd like to do.
Wow. Terrific young man. A lot of class, and he's had a great career.
Johnson with the drive and the foul on the floor on Stitt. 15:56 to play here in the second half. Western Kentucky hanging on to a 1-point lead.
Beach. She said, you stay at Campbell. He said, no, Mom, I want to be closer to home. I want to be near you. He transfers back to ODU. Unfortunately, he did sit out that year, but Jeff Jones said in the end it was kind of a blessing in disguise. He was able to be not distracted from basketball, focus on his family, and his career has now become what it was at ODU, and his mom is healthy again.
Well, that is great news, and he continues to speak glowingly about the folks at Campbell. It's hard. Pete, you coached. You know how hard it is. You got a great player for 2 years, and then he decides to leave. It's all for the right reasons, but he speaks glowingly about the folks from Campbell.
Yep, we see his mom right there in the middle in TV. CBS Sports Network. She's happy on TV, and his son's a great player and a quality young man.
38-37, Western Kentucky on top. Freeman has the ball up top. Shot clock is down to 10. Drives into the paint. Sweeps it.
Tough shot in traffic, boy. He's a handful.
It's hard to slow down good scores. The average is just under 22 points per game, but his numbers are even better in Conference USA play. It's hard to slow guys like that down.
Exactly. Well, he's such a good shooter. You got to come on him, and he's got a terrific first step, Tom, as you noted before. So he's really a handful.
Cosby has his shot blocked, gets it back, and his foul going up a second time. I think they got that foul on Denzel Taylor.
Nice drive by Cosby. Looked like a good block initially. Somebody got him on the way up, Tom. I don't know who they called it on.
I think they called it on Taylor. Yeah, the first shot by Cosby is good. Second foul, by the way, on Taylor. Talley checks out. Baker comes back in. Cosby was a big reason why Western Kentucky was able to pull out the victory over UAB. He was 7 for 8 from the free throw line. In fact, as a team, Western Kentucky 23 of 33. They had 33 attempts from the free throw line.
Amazing. Get to the line a lot.
Seventh lead change of the afternoon, and I believe we will have some more.
First 2 times they played, Tom, as you know, it was like this. Lead change back and forth, back and forth. But right now, if you're Old Dominion, you got to like the tempo. It's not going down. It's not wild. The tempo is in Old Dominion's favor, and they have the best player on the court, in my opinion, in Trey Freeman, the leading scorer in Conference USA. So you got to like your chances if you're Old Dominion. If you keep the pace like this in last couple of minutes, you want him to take over.
Rostov checks out. He was just called for the foul. Fresh 30 for Old Dominion. And the ball. Baker looks right, goes left. Freeman fires. Good. Mid-range jumper, Pete.
He's the king in the mid-range, Tom. Catch and shoot. Gets rid of it quickly. His mom's happy. ODU fans are happy. Western Kentucky's not happy.
Down by 1.
Get the ball to Justin Johnson.
Johnson may have been held as he tried to get open. Well, here's Trey Freeman's last basket.
Good out-of-bounds play by Old Dominion. Catch and shoot. Just give him a little space. He knocks it in.
Well, and just to sort of acknowledge his trek on the scoring total in his college basketball career, he's 1 point away from 2,200 for his career. Taylor, by the way, was called for that foul. That's his third. Edmond gets the inbounds, right side of the lane, stumbles a little bit, caught in a double team. Probably got a little too deep without a shot.
Yep, no question.
Baycoat finishes off the pass from Freeman.
Great pass, cross court, Tom. A lot of times that doesn't get through, but 2 seniors connected. 3-point lead's like a 10-point lead against ODU because they play outstanding defense. And when they get the ball on offense, they just milk the clock and run it till they get a good shot. That's got to mess with you mentally as well as physically if you're Western Kentucky.
Jeff Jones, who played at Virginia, his style of coaching, as Snipes lets that fly, 0 for their last 5, Western Kentucky. His style of coaching is out of the Terry Holland book. Is that correct, Pete?
Exactly. He played with Ralph Sampson, had great teams, Lee Raker, and there he is, taking over the game.
I think Ray Harper wants a timeout. It's a 6-point lead for Old Dominion. It was a 3-point lead for Western Kentucky at the half, and now ODU with Trey Freeman leading a 7.
I'd have to play some junk defense. I coached for 20 years as a head coach. Triangle and 2, box and 1, just as a change of pace, because right now he's the king, and the guy who's guarding him is a jack. Can't guard him.
Well, he had 26 points back on the 18th of February when these two teams faced off against each other. That's a tough shot. Continuation for Cosby. I don't know if that's how it was designed in the huddle, but points are good no matter how you get them.
Nice spin move. That's what they got to do now, Tom. Quickly reverse the ball if you're West, and then put the ball on the ground. Attack off the dribble.
Free throw is no good. And I think it's safe to say they got to make their free throws too.
Yeah, you're right. No question about it.
Along with Pete Gillen and Jimmy Erdahl, 12:40 to play. Game 1 of this Conference USA semifinal. I'm Tom McCarthy. The winner of Conference USA gets the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Stiff. He had an opening if he looked over his left shoulder. Instead went with his right shoulder as Snipes is called for the foul on Baycoat.
Great execution by ODU, but just Stiff lost the ball. Just couldn't hang on to the pass.
Snipes is called for his second personal foul. No real foul trouble for the guys on the floor. Taylor for ODU is the only one that has 3. Freeman right through the defense with his left hand. Oh, what a shot.
Unbelievable. I thought, where's he going? He jumped up, put it to the left, let the man slide by, kissed it off the glass.
Over 2,200 points for his college career, including 19 today. They're going to call a foul on Biberai. Just watch the point of difficulty on this shot.
How about that? Let his man sail by and use the left hand, his weak hand, to kiss it off the glass. Great camera crew by our staff in the truck. Nice finish, Trey Freeman. What a player.
Aaron Crosby's thinking, all right, I got to a strong side. I'm going to stay with him and defend him. And then he swept over to his lesser side as Johnson makes the first free throw.
The good news now for Western Kentucky is 17 fouls for Old Dominion, so they can make their free throws, they can hang around.
Yeah, we've got more than 12 minutes to play in the second half, and they're going to be on the free throw line for a good portion of it.
Especially if they go off the dribble. They got to swing the ball quickly and then drive the basketball if you're Western Kentucky.
Bounce pass to Biberai, decides to give it up. Freeman, few steps beyond the arc. Actually, that is Baycoat, my bad. He and Freeman were both in the neighborhood, and Baycoat, long range.
Both have the same build, Tom. They're both very lean and tall and
athletic. Jumper off the front of the rim by Cosby. Here comes Freeman. Peering, pulling up, 17-footer. Go!
Unbelievable. Old Dominion likes to slow it down, but they pick their spots. Right now, everything they're doing is turning to gold.
Yeah, this is a 9-point lead, and it's obviously a danger zone for Western Kentucky. Johnson inside, through 3 defenders, sweeps in for the bucket.
That's what they got to do. They got to go inside out to him. Get him the ball. He's the leading scorer. He shoots 61% from the field. Tom, 3rd best in Conference USA. Get him the basketball almost every time down the court. They double him, kick it out. 2 passes, you're going to get a good shot. It starts with Western Kentucky's defense. They got to get some stops and hopefully get out in transition. Your Old Dominion, take your time, keep riding Trey Freeman.
And here he is for 3. Go!
There's Mom clapping. Tom, it's Trey Freeman's world. We're just passing through it.
Yeah, and we're passing through it pretty quickly, too. He now has 24 points. 10.5 to play. The forced jumper is good for Cosby. All of a sudden, the pace has gotten a little frenetic. Old Dominion, Pete, has made its last 8 field goals.
Amazing. Great execution by the Monarchs.
The drive by Baycoat. And the ball will go to Western Kentucky.
Right now, Trey Freeman's on fire. Off the break, shake and bake. Oh my! From way downtown. With the games and who beat who. It's a great time of year if you love college basketball.
And Tulsa will play later on in the AAC, and it'll be even later because of the 4 overtime game between UConn and Cincinnati. Snipes for 3, and he's got some rhythm. Now they're going to need that as they pressure now off the made 3-pointer.
Exactly. 2 seniors want to play in the big dance, Tom. Right now, this league's just going to have one bid, because in the preseason they did okay, but not well enough to really have the great RPIs.
Yeah, which is a shame because UAB had such a wonderful year. 26 wins. Biberai for 3, no good. I'm not sure if that's his shot. The rebound, though, is taken by Stith, and a foul called against Western Kentucky.
I don't think that's a shot that Coach Jeff Jones wanted. Biberai from way downtown.
Yeah, he's made 8 threes this year, but there's the foul and the hustle play by both teams. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Cosby. So now 16 fouls for Western Kentucky, 17 fouls for Old Dominion. With 9:20 and counting to play, second half. Freeman for 3, good!
That time, Western Kentucky went to a 2-3 zone, Tom. They got it to the high post, kicked it out. Freeman, it's too easy. It's like a layup for him.
Well, he is smoking hot. 27 points. You see they're 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. Well, he is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's over 70 points in this tournament alone as Johnson is able to sweep in. Stith was able to misdirect it. 7-point lead for Old Dominion.
That was tremendous defense by Stith. He walled up real nice, put his arms up. Terrific defense by Stith.
Taylor peeking. Baker with the ball in his hands to a cutting Freeman. Stith down low from the baseline. Boy, a strong move. Controlling the arc of that basketball.
Terrific move by Stith. Brandon Stith, redshirt sophomore, transfer from East Carolina.
6 points, 9 rebounds. Cosby right side of the lane, and it's blocked by Stith, but cleaned up in a big way by Justin Johnson.
Nobody boxed him out. Everybody went with the dribbler. Justin Johnson had a free lane to the boards and threw it home.
Under 8 minutes to play here in the second half. Freeman trying to get open. He does. Fade away from the baseline. No good. Here comes Edmond. He's been quiet in the second half. And Cosby is fouled on the floor.
Right now, you don't play a zone against them. Inside, outside. Freeman from way downtown. Splash. But we get an answer for Western Kentucky.
Close friends with Steve Fisher, so he's concerned about that San Diego State game.
Exactly. He's working for Westwood One. He's a great announcer. He's a terrific coach. Did a good job at Michigan and Arizona State for a while, and yeah, he loves basketball. He's a tremendous personality.
Cosby's able to make both free throws. By the way, last night Colorado State and Boise State was an excellent quarterfinal game. Freeman double team. They're able to break through it and able to get across the timeline with 2 seconds to spare. 61-56, Old Dominion on top. 2 players have the 6 threes for Old Dominion. Snipes has 5 threes for Western Kentucky. Freeman, 4-3.
Tom, when somebody's rolling like that, you cannot let him touch the basketball. And if he does get it, you got to double him. Because when he gets it, once again, he's taking over, obviously.
Right. And he's extending it, too, Pete. He's not just right on the arc, on the line for the arc. I mean, he's coming back 2 or 3 feet.
No question.
Here's Edmond, bumps his way to the basket, and he's fouled, so he'll get a couple free throws. Hey, look how far Freeman is on this three-pointer that he just made. He's got to be at least 3 or 4 steps back.
He's just in his zone, Tom. It's an NBA 3. He shoots 34% from three-point land, so that's not his strength. It's good, but right now, with every touch, turned to gold.
He's 8 of 14 from beyond the arc here in the tournament. As Edmond goes to the line, makes the first. But these free throws, always so important with 6:46 to play, are keeping Western Kentucky within reach and stopping the clock.
Yep. Got to make the second one, then get into their press. They got to try to get a turnover. Old Dominion's doing a terrific job, Tom, taking care of the basketball.
So Edmond makes both, just 57% on the year, 2 for 2 today. And there's the press that Pete was talking about.
Old Dominion only has 9 turnovers a game, which is one of the best in the country. They do a great job taking care of the basketball because they got outstanding senior guards in Baycoat and Freeman.
Yeah, they only have 3 here this afternoon. In fact, the 2 teams have combined for 7 in the game. Baker, Freeman, Baycoat, all in the backcourt. Freeman says, get out of my way. 17-footer, good! He's going to want to establish residency here in Birmingham.
Amazing. Once again, you can't let him take over. You got to double him. 30 points.
32, actually.
32,
my bad.
Excuse me.
Here's Justin Johnson down low. Backs his way in and gets some good height over the top of Stiff.
Keep going to him. When Freeman gets it, double it. Make him give it up and don't let him get it back. That's the only thing he can do.
Johnson now in double digits. He has 11. Old Dominion breaks the press with Baker. Now Baycoat. You've got Cosby that's shadowing Freeman, and he's shoulder to shoulder with him. But here's Stith underneath, off the glass. Johnson lost him, Pete. He lost him along the baseline.
Exactly. That time they're worried about Freeman coming off the screen. Went to sleep on Stith. Nice pass. Old Dominion's doing a nice job, Tom, finding a screener.
Cosby double team. Shot is good. Well, you got to have a little luck, get a little athleticism to win in this day and age.
Nice move by Cosby. Spin, little bump. Tough shot in traffic. You know, even the way Freeman's been unbelievable, Tom, but only a 2-possession game right now. So West Kentucky's in the hunt. Got to get a stop.
Cosby connects, and it's a 5-point ball game, 68-63. Marlon Hunter in for the first time in this half. Chris McNeil takes a breather.
Double him now. Don't let him get it back.
It does help to have the other 2 guards to help out in the backcourt. Baker and Baycoat.
No. Play it. I would double him. Run at him.
It's one-on-one with Cosby. Turnaround, fadeaway jumper, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Can make it a 2-point game or a 3-point game. Johnson to Cosby. Right side of the lane. Tough shot, no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Western Kentucky basketball.
I like what Western Kentucky's doing, Tom. They're attacking the basket off the dribble or going inside. They're not living and dying with the perimeter shot.
Freeman's going to take a breather. How long does he sit, Pete? 1?
He gets a cup of coffee, Tom, but no time for the cream. He's got to come back in quickly. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 minutes. Just give him probably under the 4-minute TV timeout, and then he'll be back in.
It's kind of the same pattern that Jeff Jones had in yesterday's ball game for Freeman. Cosby way downtown. Hey, listen, don't turn off Western Kentucky right now. It's a 2-point game.
Right now, Old Dominion go inside out. Get the ball to Stith. I think he can score inside or get fouled against Justin Johnson. Get him the ball.
Stith backs his way in and is fouled going up. Well, Cosby, 79 three-pointers coming into this game, made threes.
Nice penetration, excellent penetration. Cosby from way downtown. Edmond do the defense on him. A little bit of space. Cosby nailed it.
Cosby in his third school. He was at Seton Hall. He was at Illinois. Comfortable now at Western Kentucky as Stith misses the first free throw. Cosby has 15 of his 17 in this second half. 5 of 10, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Stith 0 for 3, so he's due to make one free throw. Nope, he doesn't make that one. Whistle blows and a foul called against Old Dominion. They're going to call that one on Denzel Taylor. And now Western Kentucky can tie this game up. Take a look. Taylor's 21. He curled a little bit, didn't he, Pete?
The left hand, I think he kind of grabbed Justin Johnson. That's 4 fouls now on Taylor.
Biberai is about to check back in. So Johnson goes to the line, 68% for the year. Makes the first one. 4 of 5.
We could have an overtime game here. Connecticut and Cincinnati.
Are you throwing a prediction out there?
I'm throwing a prediction that it will not be overtime. It could happen right now. I mean, once again, two terrific teams. Both had outstanding seasons. Both of them are red hot coming into this game.
Johnson thuds the second free throw. By the way, Freeman's back in. He has the basketball. He and Baker, Baycoat, the 3 guards. Biberai and Stith, the interior guys.
Run a set play for your best player, Trey Freeman. See, Stith can score, but he's not a good free throw shooter like we just saw Tom. So dangerous getting it to him.
Off the glass, no good. Johnson with the rebound. He wants a timeout. Did he get it? And they're going to call a jump ball. The possession is Old Dominions with a fresh 30. 3:41 to play here in the second half. Go get something to drink, take a breather. We got a tight ball game. Dominion is on top. The right to go on to tomorrow's championship, 2:30 Eastern time, and face either Middle Tennessee or Marshall. Bracket week presented by Kubota. And we have 3 minutes and 41 seconds to play. Look at the timeouts and look at the bonuses in the bottom of the screen. And free throws are important as Freeman knifes his way to the basket. We say that because Old Dominion's 1 for 6 from the line in this second half. Western Kentucky is 11 of 14. And a timeout is called by Western Kentucky.
Missed a shot. They beat us in overtime. They won the national title. So.
That darn Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby and Jason Terry and a lot of great players. Dickerson, they had a heck of a team.
Missed shot by Frederick Edmond. So Old Dominion with a 3-point lead. 3:15 to play. They're comfortable with slowing down the pace. Today, though, Western Kentucky has been able to find some rhythm from a scoring standpoint. Old Dominion's trying to beat Western Kentucky for the 3rd time this year. Freeman right through the lane with his left hand, no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to take a moment, though. He landed pretty hard along the baseline.
Yeah, Ray Harper didn't like that. Nice drive left. He got bumped, not hard, but he got bumped.
Thought he may have gotten bumped on the floor before he even got to the basket.
There's Trey Freeman's mom. She can't take it. She's getting more exposure than Star Trek reruns, Tom. She deserves it, a son like that.
You got to get current, though, Pete. You got to pick some other show. You can't use Star Trek.
All right. Orange is the New Black. I mean, that's a pretty good show.
All right, that's good.
I'm trying
I don't know if it's in reruns yet.
No, I don't know.
Freeman makes both free throws. 36 points for Trey Freeman. He has 36 of Old Dominion's 72.
3rd game in 3 nights, Tom. Looks like he can play a doubleheader today.
Tally with the rebound. Lead is 5. Freeman with 36. His career high is 38.
Still only a 2-possession game.
Yep.
So if you're Western Kentucky, you don't panic. Right now, Stith is not a great free throw shooter, Tom, as we mentioned before. Only 44% from the line. So
it almost as if Justin Johnson knew that, decided, all right, I'm going to put him on the line. We're going to try to get the ball back here.
Yeah, could have been intentional. Because once again, Old Dominion does a nice job, put you in the blender, milking the clock out and get it to the great player with 6 seconds to go when he scores.
Fronted to the 1-and-1, and he makes this one. If he misses this one, it remains a 2-possession game, and it's 2 threes. 1 for 5 here this afternoon from the free throw line. And he makes both of them. Justin Johnson playing with 4 personal fouls, so he's going to have to be careful for the last 2:25. Snipes fakes the 3, kicks it out to McNeil for 3, and it's no good. Tipped out of bounds, and it will be Old Dominion basketball. Western Kentucky needs a stop now, Pete.
Need a stop, yep. Got to get a stop. Still got time, but it's a 3-possession game, and the way Old Dominion's been executing, Tom, as you said before, very few turnovers. It could have gone either way.
You know, that looked like Stith had touched it last, Pete. They're going to give it to Old Dominion, but looking at the replay, and we're above 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, they can take a look at it.
Yeah, a little bit over 2 minutes, Tom, on that one.
2:05 to play here in the second half. Down low to Stith, right on out of bounds. So 1:55 to play for Western Kentucky. They're doing defense for offense. Johnson with 4 personal fouls was out. Now he's back in.
Yep, smart. It's only the 4th turnover for Old Dominion, so they taking good care of the ball, but that's not the time you want to turn it over the last couple of minutes.
Edmond backing his way in, double teamed along the baseline. Cosby up top to Snipes for 3. Good! A new career high in threes made by Nigel Snipes. He has 6. And Freeman right to the rim, tried to draw contact. Tally's there to fix it up.
2-possession game. You got to get good D now if you're Old Dominion. Just don't foul. Get a stop. If you're Western Kentucky, get a good shot.
Snipe again for 3. This one's off the front of the rim. Whistle blows. If that's on Johnson, he's done. He's pulling his shirt out of his pants, so he knows it. So he is disqualified. Justin Johnson averages 15. He'll leave with 12 with 5 rebounds. Old Dominion did a heck of a job with him in the first half. Rostov will check in for him. Johnson has had a heck of a year, and he's going to just keep getting better and better.
Tremendous player, Tom. I agree. He's only a sophomore. He's one of the top scorers in Conference USA. He's getting better and better.
Freeman from the line.
Freeman shoots 82% from the free throw line, so he's doing it all. Justin Johnson there. He's had a terrific tournament.
Second shot to make this an 8-point ball game. Matches his career high with 38 points. Still time. Not a lot of time, but still time. Edmond off the glass. Old Dominion almost decided to let him just have that once he got deep.
Yep.
Western Kentucky would love somebody other than Freeman, though, to get the basketball so they can foul him.
Yep. I just took over the game. Started slowly, as you mentioned before. Only 8 points at the half. Second half exploded. When a great play gets into his zone, Tom, nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is don't let him touch the basketball. Once he got it, he was in control.
I mean, think about this, Pete. We talked about it in the first day. He was 1 for his first 6. He is 14 for his last 19. And a new career high.
The machine.
This is the first time Old Dominion is in the Conference USA semifinals. Freeman has put together a 40-point night. It ties the Conference USA tournament record. DeAndre Kane of Marquette in 2012 had 40. Cosby, he still wants to lengthen this game.
Yep, no, it's not over yet. Two-possession game. I mean, it's a big hill for the Western Kentucky guys to climb, but it's not over.
Well, it's time now for our Serve Pro play of the game. We'll talk about switching hands. Watch this.
Nice crossover, jumps up, lets his man slide by. Use the left hand, his weak hand, to kiss it off the glass. But an unbelievable performance, Tom, this afternoon. Trey Freeman was spectacular. So Mom had to be thrilled watching her son take over this game.
40 points. And now Bako to the line. He's also an excellent free throw shooter, 80%. Makes the first one. So now it's a 3-possession ball game again. For the first time since 2010, at least 2 of the top 4 teams are not in the semis of Conference USA. Old Dominion, the number 5 seed. Western Kentucky, the number 8 seed. Rostow for 3, no good. Old Dominion with the rebound. It's Stith who comes down with it. He'll go to the line with 35.6 to play. That's his 11th rebounds. I mean, we are watching, and the country is watching, one of the best individual performances, not only in tournament play, but this year. 40 points.
Exactly. Spectacular. Just doing it. 3-point land off the mid-range game, taking it to the basket, making his free throws, doing it all, Tom.
For the Hilltopper fans, they've had a heck of a run. Nothing to be ashamed of. They'll wait Sunday and see if there's a possibility for a postseason appearance somewhere. UAB is guaranteed from Conference USA to go to the NIT after winning the regular season title. Give Stith credit. 4 for his last 4 from the free throw line. It's a 9-point game. Edmond right to the rim. Don't foul him. And whistle blows, and I believe Baker is going to be called for the foul.
Big thing now, just get the ball in bounds. When you're Virginia, when you're Old Dominion from Virginia, you got to take care of the ball. You're in great shape now to move on to the finals, Tom.
Yep.
You got to give Western Kentucky credit. They really finished strong, played great. They beat a terrific UAB team last night. Had an excellent finish to the season.
Well, it's difficult when one guy ignites the offense.
He's too quick. You give him room, he knocks the 3 down, you play him tight. He goes off the dribble. He's got a mid-range game, he can do it all.
Rostow misses the free throw. Stith with the rebound, and they foul him. And he'll go back to the free throw line where he's made 4 of his last 4 after struggling to start the day. Justin Johnson, who fouled out.
Western Kentucky won 6 of their last 7 coming into the game, so they were red hot. They lost to UAB by a couple, could have won that game. So they really finished strong.
Knocking off UAB 88-77 yesterday. They out-rebounded them 50-28.
Yeah, Ray Harper's won wherever he's won. Ever he's been, he's won. He's done a great job.
Stith 6 for his last 6 from the free throw line. You want to talk about money shots. Cosby right to the rim, lays it in. And they foul Trey Freeman. So he'll go back to the line. He may have been poked in the eye. But he's going to. Jeff Jones has had some pretty good players during his time as a coach at Virginia, individual players at Virginia, at American. Trey Freeman's putting together a 40-point performance here. Heck, he has a guy on his bench, Bryant Stiff, who was a heck of a scorer during his time at Virginia.
He also coached Curtis Staples, who's a great shooter at Virginia. Right. So he's coached some great ones, but he says Freeman's right up there with the best of them. He's tremendous. Is his mom.
His mom is about to watch a new Conference USA tournament record, 41 points. As Trey Freeman gives Old Dominion an 86-77 lead with 20 seconds to play. First time today we have reached a double-digit deficit. This was a much closer game than the 10-point show you right there. Cosby will pull up. Three-pointer is no good. Baycoat with the rebound, and he's fouled. And now he'll go to the line with 13.7 to play.
It's amazing. 3 games in 3 nights for Old Dominion. He gets 40 points plus. So Jeff Jones did a fabulous job. An excellent job at Virginia. Then American U took them to the big dance. Took Virginia to the big dance. And he's 1 game away from taking Old Dominion. It is only his 3rd year here now, going to the big dance. He's close.
Yeah, he's about to win his 67th game overall.